And then do you have a message for the Egyptian coach? You know, when he sent the message to Moroccan fans talking about the 7 AFCON titles of Egypt?
I think football is first of all about love, about respect. And the Egyptian people, especially the coach, did not show that. So we Moroccans, Egyptians are our brothers.
Atlas Lions, send a message to Senegal.
My brothers from I only have the most respect and love for our Senegali brothers. But tomorrow, Morocco is gonna win the AFCON competition.
Thank you very much.
Tomorrow, Morocco will be the champion of this edition of the CAN.
If Morocco doesn't win, Morocco doesn't win, do you think what happens to the coach if Morocco doesn't win tomorrow?
Listen, please. It's all about fair play. Football and sport is for fair play. But we are at our home, and it's so really tough to beat a lion in his home.
The Lions Den.
The Lions Den, yes. So, for sure, we are with our team because they are holding our dream for 50 years. So tomorrow we will be the champions. Thank you.
You know, answer the question. If Morocco doesn't win, what will happen? Don't block the camera, sir, please.
If Morocco doesn't win, it's only a match, but Morocco is forever great.
Thank you, sir.
There is no longer a nation that merely participates. This is a country that leads. From a historic World Cup semi-final run in 2022 to lifting the Under-20 World Cup, and now booking a place in the AFCON semi-finals, Morocco are not just winning tournaments, they are reshaping Africa's footballing identity. And this AFCON has proven one thing for sure. Morocco are not just elite performers on the pitch, they are exceptional hosts of it too, because AFCON in Morocco has turned into something far bigger than the sport, football itself.
Morocco stand as a significant tool to enhance African football. We have experienced unforgettable moments among African teams which played across different cities. Generally, the tournament was very marvelous, and most of the people, fans, delegates across African nations enjoyed the moment in Morocco.
And the question is, and is of course related to what I'd earlier asked about and told you about the number of fans that came out at the fan zones. You can imagine Celine and Barnabe, fan zones were 80,000 in Marrakesh alone.
Only one watch party. Do you know what that means, Tony? Look at it in terms of even the amount of money that those people left there in terms of naenda kubai mahindi, naenda kubai sweetie,
watu wa transport,
acha niingie, nifike pale. You know, that is a huge source of revenue for that city alone. You know, unajua football brings people together in terms of enjoyment, coming together, cheering, having fun. So apart from the ones in the stadium watching the match live,
65,000 of them.
Goodness.
65.
You say that is Kasarani plus?
Kasarani plus Nyayo combined walikuwa at Marrakesh watch party.
The other thing, nothing happened. They watched their match, they enjoyed, they went home. And ikaisha. Crowd management what do we learn from that? Yes. Can we do that in Nairobi CBD? Huge number, like even 20,000.
On a delegation,
Yes.
online, AFCON 2027.
They have a lot to tell us.
I hope walikuwa huko Marrakesh.
They have a lot to tell us. So kuna watu Kisumu, kuna watu Mombasa, they want to watch. So I hope 2027 hatutakuwa na a lot. Waangalie, wajue what Morocco is doing right.
This is a national team that doesn't just compete anymore, it commands attention. The 2022 World Cup gave the world a preview. AFCON has only confirmed it. Morocco have stormed into the semi-finals with authority. They've been ruthless and relentless. But here's the key here. This story isn't just about tactics or goals. It's about capability, vision, and execution. About proving that Africa can host world-class football without compromising on anything.
This tournament is very good, and I'm speaking here in terms of football and organization. Africa is growing and developing in terms of football, and the level of matches is very good. Perhaps this cup was the best I've seen in my life.
Morocco is one of the few countries in Africa that actually has a beautiful tram system. It is absolutely modern, stunning. It has screens and clean windows, and through them you can see the Medina.
And because we have been following up the Africa Cup of Nations very closely, most of you have been asking, why is Morocco such a huge and a standout country in terms of football development, in terms of hosting football tournaments? Yes, I was personally in Morocco, and I visited the Mohammed VI sports complex in Saleh, which is a twin city of Rabat, which is the capital city of Morocco. And I managed to find out exactly why Morocco definitely is a big team, and always remember they have won the Under-20 World Cup. Recently, their team finished second in the Women's Africa Cup of Nations. They, of course, the team is unbeaten so far. That is the team of Walid Regragui. And they, of course, are now in the final of the Africa Cup of Nations.
King Hassan II loved soccer so much. Now that was transferred to King Mohammed VI, who is currently the King of Morocco. And that's why Morocco has for a long time flourished in football, from the 70s to the 80s to the 90s.
Monday, the 9th of December 2019, His Majesty King Mohammed VI officially unveiled this sports center located in Rabat's twin city, Saleh. Under the framework of a public-private partnership, this investment is already paying off, by Morocco sitting at the top of the FIFA World Rankings in Africa as of June 2025.
That's what serious hosts do, because from that point onward, AFCON transformed. Cities turned into cultural festivals, fan parks came alive, streets turned vibrant with celebrations. Football spilled out of stadiums and into communities. Artists, musicians, craftsmen, everyone became part of the experience. This wasn't just spectators watching football. This was one nation, Morocco, welcoming the rest of Africa. Culture over gimmicks. Visitors weren't treated as outsiders here. They were treated as guests, and that's the difference. And the significance of this goes far beyond AFCON, because this is not the final destination. This is just a rehearsal for 2030.
The 2027 Africa Cup of Nations delegation or team or whatever, they are there. But first of all, because Celine Kulio mambo ya watch party, of course it's related to that anyway. What lessons can Kenya learn from AFCON 2025 in Morocco? What lessons? I know we have a delegation already there. FKF, government, private sector, they are there to go and pick lessons.
Now, the visit comes at a critical time as Kenya, alongside Uganda and Tanzania, prepares to host the 2027 Africa Cup of Nations. Morocco's hosting of the current tournament has set high standards in infrastructure, organization, and football performance, offering Kenya valuable lessons in early planning, institutional coordination, and long-term vision.
Especially when it comes to sports development. So for me, this is you couldn't ask for anything more. And the relationship between the government of Kenya and the Federation is very strong. I'm happy that we work closely in collaboration with all the other stakeholders as well, the private sector. But government has been a fundamental pillar. And when it comes to infrastructure, I am sure everything will be done to give an exceptional experience for all the fans who will come for the AFCON in 2027 in Kenya.
And our local organizing committee has an opportunity to start now making good use of the watch parties as a warm-up. 2027 is not far.
I think in the beginning of AFCON, I saw screens, apparently archives, the game of Morocco versus Comoros. I think the screens were there and I saw people seated there and they were watching the game. But after that, I never saw it again. I wanted Queen Lenda. It was only the opener game because I literally saw people sitting there and they were watching the game.
Yeah,
again, you look at Bucket Chan. I think also that was the very first spot that people sat watching that particular match, and then we saw people going even to Uhuru Park. And about Marrakech, I think I'm amazed because if you look at the stadium, I think it's a 70 capacity setup and only 65 people attended. And the other side, it was like 80,000. I mean, it means there kuna vibes. It's not only about watching games. There is that rivalry. Like, me no Nigeria, ni Morocco, tone nene atapiga mwingine. I think that's what people should watch out for. Again, when it comes to Kenya, hosting AFCON, it's a very, very big thing.
Took on a lot of lessons to learn from history of Morocco. They've hosted this this tournament alone as a nation. But can we do it better? Can it be a success as it was with Chan?
But Morocco has, of course, turned out. Remember, Morocco is also hosting the Women's Africa Cup of Nations, WAFCON, in March.
Actually, they have started, those stadiums that are not being used, they have started preparing.
Yeah, the ones that finished up with the group stages and whatever, now hizo zimeanza kufanyiwa ukarabati as hizi mbili za kina.
And the fact they are still bidding for hosting World Cup, oh my God.
Goodness.
They're so good.
And by the way, on that note, congratulations to our very own Beldino Demba, coach. I saw her quadro yesterday and it was wow. So I think we are learning a lot. Alete pia hizo lessons. Tuzitumie hapa nyumbani. Congrats sana kwa Kenya team.
Of course, Morocco has all measures taken, and I know these ones are prepared. That's why they are the ones hosting 2030 in World Cup as a co-host with the likes of Spain and Portugal.
East African teams and hosting nation for the year 2027 in later with the AFCON for the year 2027. They have something to learn from Morocco because we have experienced a major transformation in terms of infrastructure. We have experienced a building, museums, historical heritage which found in Morocco, and all of that related to add some value for this year's AFCON. So in Tanzania, generally we have made some significant steps to ensure that the upcoming AFCON for the year 2027, we meet the targets of African Cup of Nations tournament so that to create advantageous of all delegates, fans and teams across African countries to enjoy the beautiful moment here in Tanzania. So this is my concern to all East African teams, East African nation to get ready and be eager enough.
Yes, that was me. Yes, in Morocco at the Mohammed VI Sports Football Complex in Saleh in Morocco. And of course, we're just sharing to you some of the reasons why Morocco is definitely in the league of their own in matters to do with football, both in performance and also in hosting these events. And that's just part of the stories I managed to get in Morocco. Now, in Kenya, definitely there's something we lack in terms of trying to put our history or actually organize our history into one place whereby some of our future generations can get a chance to see where we have come from. Now, in Kenya, we don't have a football museum. Unless we have one and I'm not aware where it is, however, or maybe it's in the shelves somewhere gathering dust. However, in Morocco, they already have a football museum complete with their history from the early 1800s to the 1900s, early 1900s, till just recently in the tournaments I participated in, they actually have archived the kind of boots they used to play back in the 18 and the 1900s. They have archived their jerseys, their footballs, everything, their trophies they have won all along from the 1800s to the 1900s. That, of course, is at the Royal Moroccan Football Museum, stationed at the headquarters of the Royal Moroccan Football Federation in Saleh.
Morocco is set to co-host the 2030 FIFA World Cup, and this AFCON has quietly answered a major question. Is Morocco ready? So far, the answer is a resounding yes. The football has delivered, so have the fans, and the organization has been top-notch. Morocco is no longer asking for recognition, they are demanding it through results, through their culture and competence. This AFCON hasn't just showcased Morocco's footballing rise, it has showcased Africa's potential when vision meets execution. And if this is just a preview of what's to come in 2030, then the world isn't just in for a tournament, it's in for experience, an experience of a lifetime. Morocco are not just hosting football anymore, seems like they are hosting the future.
Wow, Morocco, this is impressive. I'm not in the Premier League, I'm in Morocco. Look, this almost looks like a European stadium. When you go to the Premier League, there are shit stadiums. This is world-class. Morocco, you did a fantastic job. It's going to be 99% full of Moroccans today, all wearing red, all wearing the Maghreb shirt, and it's going to be wild. This is the view I have on the pitch. This must be the best stadium in all of Africa. You can see the match super good from up here. I'm excited. Let's go, Morocco!
Morocco's journey to the final, gent and lady, imekuwa, of course, Morocco definitely ni kama engine ya diesel wenye kwa tunasema kitambo, walianza pole pole but wakafika penye wamefika, and they are definitely the favorites. Like watu wengi walikuwa wanasema watatolewa Nigeria, watatolewa sijui na timu gani. See where they are, and trust me, now they can smell blood. Celine, you think they will allow Senegal to take that trophy to West Africa?
Honestly, at this point, I think they are the favorites because they are the host team. They have not collected any loss in this particular tournament, only a draw. I feel like they have worked for it, and we cannot just say just because I'm beefing with them because they removed Nigeria, they're not going to win the tournament. They are actually good players, good squad. I think we saw how Hakimi carries the team. Yes. Even when we saw the day before yesterday when he took that penalty, he was so composed. I feel like it's a good team, and the fact that you have worked to reach the particular stage, it means you have something to offer. I think it's going to be a very good match.